asked, you obliquely mentioned that I have been called certain names. One of them derives from the use of CS gas, otherwise commonly called tear gas. And I want to be on the record and I want to be clear about this. I've said this to a lot of people, but I haven't said it directly in a press engagement. And so I want to say it. There were times early on in these demonstrations where I believe I saw the Portland Police Bureau make mistakes when it came to crowd dispersal. I saw what appeared to be and what was reported from the streets to be indiscriminate use of crowd control devices. And I came to the conclusion that that was the case. So for the first time in my administration, I made tactical directives. I have historically not directed tactics for the Portland Police Bureau, but I chose overtly to do it under these circumstances. And what I did was I immediately prohibited the use of LRAD in the tone mode, and I prohibited the use of CS gas, commonly called tear gas, in all except life safety circumstances. Just 2 days ago, I met with Governor Brown, Commissioner Hardesty, Travis Hampton from the Oregon State Police, Chuck Lavelle from the Portland Police Bureau, and I asked them what was our joint commitment around limiting the use of CS gas. I was determined that we would have an agreement on that prior to us trying to manage these demonstrations collectively. And we agreed on the use of tear gas being limited to circumstances where there is a risk of serious injury or death. That is our consensus opinion. It is consistent with the directive that I put in place weeks ago. CS gas has been used by the Portland Police Bureau exactly twice in the month of July. So they are taking the directive that I put forth seriously. Again, I apologize to those non-violent demonstrators who were subjected to the use of CS gas or LRAD. It should never have happened. I take personal responsibility for it, and I'm sorry. I also want to draw a clear distinction between the Portland Police Bureau's use of CS gas and what we're seeing the federal officers use. The federal officers are using CS gas broadly, indiscriminately, and nightly. And that is why it is escalating the behavior we're seeing on the streets rather than de-escalating it. And that's why this must come to an end.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.